Welcome, Royal Family. You tuned into Healing Queens, the podcast, where the focus is motivation, support, and guidance for the growth of our queens. I'm Emma Ituke, your certified healing life coach. Welcome, welcome, y'all. Welcome to episode 82. Episode 82. And topic is After the Storm. After the Storm. Our sponsors are healingqueens.org, Healing Queens with a Z.org, E2K Worldwide Services, and VB Boutique. Thank you, y'all. Thank you for those sponsors. Those that are interested in sponsoring any future event, you can contact us at, in the bottom, healingqueens@gmail.com. healingqueens@gmail.com. You can reach for any product placement or anything else. Here's a sweater. Here's a product place. Hello, fall. Hello, hello. So after the storm, as you know, I have a conversation with somebody and it's like, that's a podcast. So the conversation really was a workshop that I attended from As She Speaks. And the founder and president of As She Speaks Coaching, which is Miss Michelle, she did a workshop. And this is basically, it's a private workshop, so I'm not going to disclose everything, but the overall of it, she was discussing about what do you do after the storm, right? In this case, a lot of things happen after Helene and after Milton here for the people in Florida. We were affected. I was affected. I was flooded and we all got sick. My whole entire household caught bronchitis and we were all very sick. And we've been sick for several weeks. Everyone has been to the doctor, to the hospital. We've got antibiotics. We all got taken care of. But nevertheless, this is something when you have bronchitis, it can last weeks, it can last months. And so this is what we've been doing after the storm, just kind of, preparing. Kids been out of school. And now the comeback, right? Teaching the kids how to get back in order, trying to stay in the routine as much as that we could, while all these changes are happening, right? Mother Nature is something else. And when she creates havoc, there's nothing you can do, right? Mother Nature, life, when life be lifing, and there's nothing you can do about it. What do you do after that? Like, what is your plan, right? We have to have a plan after the storm. Do we keep just talking about the storm that it happened and not doing nothing about it? So we have to pick up the pieces, right? After the storm, you see what's left, what's salvageable, what needs to be thrown away, and what needs to be bought new or done new. And that's the same thing for life itself, right? When we get hit with unbearable things, whether it be a new job or we got fired or a death of a loved one, whether it be unsuspected all of a sudden, or we were already preparing for this person because, they were already diagnosed or had cancer or had something else going on that we knew their time, or elderly person. But nothing really fully prepares us for what after, right? The grieving process. We grieve for a loved one when they're gone, but we grieve for a job that we lost, and we grieve for our children that go off to college and now we're empty nesters. We grieve for the relationship that has ended, whether it be divorce or whether it be just a breakup. We grieve for friendship that at one point you were very close to one person and now you guys don't even speak, right? We grieve those relationships. We grieve those people that at one point in time were so very important in our day-to-day life, you know? Um, After the storm is really preparing yourself for after, and then, you can fill in whatever is going on in your life. So what do you do? What are the steps you take? Um, we have to allow ourselves, of course, to grieve that loss, because it's a real thing, right? But how long are we grieving? How long are we going to stay in that state of this has happened to me? Um, I can't do nothing about it, or I don't want to do anything about it. There comes a point in time that we have to make that decision that after the storm, okay, things happen that was out of our control, but what is in our control? And what's in our control is that we can make the decision to heal, to make wrong things right, to move forward. And I'm not saying this lightly. I'm not saying to anybody that has a loss that the next day you're going to be partying or, and everybody grieves differently because there are some people that, right away they're broken. But there's other people that mentally they block the pain and it can take weeks, months. It just takes that one moment where they break down and then here comes, their feelings. So there's a lot of people that hide their feelings, don't even tap into the emotion part of whatever's happening, because they don't connect to it. So they don't have to feel the pain. But I'll tell you one thing, sooner or later, sooner or later, you will have to face it. So even if you can push it away for a couple of weeks, even a couple of years, I know people that things have happened to them. They've lost a loved one, and they went on life, or so people thought, like nothing. They continue to work. They were doing the day to day, and people wondering like, why this person, how this person could keep, going like nothing has happened. And then several years later, she broke down, where then it took a couple of more years for her to heal. And it was sad because she suppressed her feelings. And not all the time that's a good thing. I mean, yes, there's a time and a place for everything, but when it comes to when you're grieving something, and again, grieving looks different to everybody. Not everybody grieves the same. There's some people that need to keep busy. There's some people that just shut down completely. There's people that takes a minute for them to process everything that's happening. Some people use that as an excuse to do something that they really wanted to do. Everybody grieves different. There's not a right or wrong way to grieve, really. That's really on the individual. I always say that, because I've grieved several people that have passed away. I have grieved relationships that I held dear, and now we don't even talk, right? I no longer have these people in my life for whatever the reason. The reason don't even matter at this point. But what I'm saying is that I've grieved those relationships. Whether it be again, people I'm never really gonna see, or people that I see on Facebook or Instagram, that were very, very, very dear and very close. And life be lifing, and we only click like on each other's photos now. We don't even really see each other, not physically anyway, or you know? Why, I don't have an answer for that. But what I'm saying is that those relationships, I've had a time to grieve over them, like I would someone that I lost in the physical sense. Sometimes mentally, we grieve people that have passed on and moved on, or are just, that's, it's not the season anymore. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that I have the answers to people's mental and their decisions on how they view life, how decisions that they want to make that affect other people. Sometimes people make decisions based on whatever they're going through in life and don't see how it affects other people. Um, and not all the time you're going to stop and think about other people when you're going through something, right? So I've already given grace. I've already forgiven people that have done, those, or have had those type of behaviors towards me. Um, I got other things to be concerned about and worrying about and taking care of. So I don't hold no ill will towards nobody, because I know what it is to be in that state of grieving, of trying to get through the storm of life, and having to put things in place in order to mentally survive, right? Or physically, or just to keep a good attitude. Man, I fight for peace every day. I tell that to anybody that comes around me and tries to be either chaotic or too much. I lived like that for so many years. Anybody that's not about peace is definitely not in my circle. I just don't have the time for it. I don't have the time for that. I'm holding on to the peace of life as much as I could, because this healing journey is no joke. And I can only process things and really do the work if I hold on to the peace, my inner peace. When I say peace, I mean just, the way that I move and handle things, After my storms, I've um I've been left broken. I've been left hurt and disappointed and all that. I could have took all that and just became a very bitter person, and and been taking shots at people and whatever. Maybe turn this podcast and just all day just, talking about people. But I found that doesn't work for me. It may work for other people, you know, it may work for them. But it does not work for me. What works for me really is trying to give good advice, trying to share some of my experiences, and just giving my opinion and my ideas. And if you agree, hey, and if you don't, hey, right? Same. I'm just putting it out there to see if it helps anybody else. I like to hold conversations and start conversations with things. Again, people that I talk to, we're in conversation, and this is how the podcast comes out. Oh, that's a podcast. Let me put it out there. Um, and these are short and sweet, because my followers have short attention span and short time, right? We don't got time to be here no hour. So I say that to say, after the storm, create a plan. After your storm, after your relationship, your breakup, after that person has passed away, after you no longer are friends with that person, after your kids go off to college, or they get married, or they have children, or they leave, the home and the nest, create a plan. Create a plan for yourself. Create a healthy plan for yourself so you can be able to move on. Short and sweet, that's all I got. Thank you for those that are supporting. If you're watching this video and you're not following us on YouTube, man, give us a like, a share, subscribe. We're trying to get to 500 subscribers by the end of this year. We're close. We're close to that 400 mark. We're close to that 400 mark. So If you're watching this video and you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe, support us. Go to healingqueens.org. We accept donations. We are a nonprofit. Healing Queens is a nonprofit. We do life for women before, during, and after crisis. We offer several services. If you go to the website, the services are up on the website. If you would like to donate, because we count on the generosity of the people to be able to help the people that we help. $1, $5, $10, whatever you can afford, goes to be able to help the queens and the kings that we service on whatever things that they may need. So we thank you. We thank all our sponsors. You guys are amazing. You allow us to be a good steward and a good supporter of those that we come in contact with. We thank you for supporting us, sharing, liking. Follow us on not only on YouTube, but we're on Spotify, we're on Amazon Music. You name it, we Googleable. Somos Googleable, so you can just Google us, put us on Google. Don't forget that after the storm, joy comes in the morning. And that's a promise that God has made us. So even with these elections and all that, and I'm not into politics and I'm not going there about any of that. I'm just saying that even the stress of that, and it's over, right? It was like a storm, and it's over now. Even with that, we have to find now, okay, that's over now. What do you do? What are your plans? There has to be plans after the storm. Okay. So yeah, short and sweet. Thank you for the support. We appreciate you. Again, for those that I've been contacting, asking for the video drop. Yeah, you. I'm still waiting for the video drop. Okay. So if you want to send us a video drop, it's basically saying who you are, in less than a minute, saying who you are. And of course, if you're a subscriber, letting us know, or letting other people know rather, why they should check out Healing Queens podcast, right? So thank you to those that DM me and let me know those amazing and beautiful things about the podcast. But you can give us a video shout if you like, or a voice shout, however you feel most comfortable. Again, contact us or go right through the website, healingqueens.org. Go to where the podcast is, and you can leave us a video shout out or voice shout out as well. So we thank you. We appreciate you. And short and sweet. And until the next time, peace.